So you got a message for John Idarola?
Tell him to be nice to me. He's never even met me.
What is Cenk even doing, honestly? Like, what is he even doing? Hello, my name is Liz Ashley, and welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about Cenk's interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Listen, when I first heard about this, I literally was like, oh, okay. That's what they're doing. And it's so funny because when I talk about Cenk or when I talk about people who are ostensibly on the left, a lot of people are like, why are you criticizing them? Like, isn't this supposed to be a big tent? Like, blah, 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 blah. Listen, people who throw trans people under the bus or who are willing to throw immigrants under the bus, I don't consider them to be on the left or whatever. Like I don't, and if they're not underneath our tent, then that's fine with me. I'm not gonna sit here and let you throw people under the bus, whatever. Anyway, so Cenk had this interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene, and it's not that I have a problem with him talking to her. I have a problem with him not pushing back on her. I have a problem with his continued blaming of the left for the Democrats' unpopularity. That's what I have a problem with. I have a problem with scapegoating the left and scapegoating trans people because to try to appeal to a right-wing base. That's what I have a problem with. He pushes back and has a lot more animosity to leftist creators than he does literally Marjorie Taylor Greene. Literally Marjorie Taylor Greene. He has more smoke for all these leftist creators. Francesca, someone he used to like have a relationship with at some capacity, and he treats Marjorie Taylor Greene better in this interview.
Joining me now on the Young Turks, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman from Georgia's 14th District. Congresswoman Greene, good to have you on the Young Turks.
Hi, thanks for having me tonight.
No problem. So normally we disagree a lot, and you've seen some of that. But tonight we're going to talk about something that's that we might have in common, and I want to get a little bit of information about what's happening on the inside in Washington, and see if we can maybe prevent a war.
So the whole basis of this conversation, she doesn't want us to be in all these wars, and she's anti-war, and she doesn't want us to have a war with Iran.
So let's start on Iran. I'm worried about a war with Iran. It appears you're worried about a war with Iran.
I have been very concerned, and I'll tell you why. I'm unapologetically for our country, the United States of America, and I want to fix our problems here at home.
Cenk's whole thing in here is like, well, maybe you can, you have Donald Trump's ear, maybe you could talk to him about like not starting a war. It's just so delusional.
Once you come on, it turns out, oh, wait, you agree with us on Iran? And by the way, you agree with us on Vietnam and Iraq. So if we can actually prevent a war together, that would be amazing.
Cenk, after Trump won, started believing the lie that Donald Trump was anti-war because Donald Trump would go around and he would say that, oh, all these wars wouldn't happen if I was in the office, and he was gonna stop all the wars and blah, blah, blah. That's a bunch of bullshit. He is not anti-war in any capacity, and I think he's shown that. He's trying to go after Canada, he's trying to go after Greenland, he's trying to go after Mexico, which Marjorie Taylor Greene approves of and has approved of or has suggested in the past. And so to call her anti-war is crazy to me. To entertain that she is anti-war is wild to me. And Cenk entertains it the whole time. Here's the underlying problem of this whole entire interview. The underlying problem is she's saying she doesn't want money to go to Ukraine, but her whole anti-war thing is not anti-war because she hates war, because she's some freaking like peacemaker or something. She is saying that she doesn't want our tax dollars going over there because she wants to use those tax dollars on the border and on stuff like that. So basically, essentially what she is saying is she wants to use that money to continue to harass and villainize immigrants in this country. That is the underlying problem of this whole entire interview, and Cenk never calls it out. He never points out that what she wants to do with that money, with our tax dollars instead, is to bring it here and to continue to go after people that don't fit her idea of America here. That's the whole thing.
There are too many stories to even comprehend, from families who lost their family member to fentanyl poisoning, or perhaps some other type of illegal alien crime or murder, whether it was a car accident or an actual rape and murder. And these are the stories I think we should be paying attention to. And this is what matters to me. Our border matters to me. That will be my continued voice, my public voice, as well as my private voice, and when I get to speak with the president.
Okay. And you do get to speak with the president, and I don't. So that's important that you deliver that message. So we appreciate it, or at least I appreciate it.
So you can say, oh, we can agree on this. We can agree on this one thing. We're anti-war. But where does it go from there, Cenk? Where does it go from there? Because we can agree with her on that point, but then what happens next? Something else that Cenk, I think, never asks her, which is something I find interesting, is that recently, when the stock market took a dive because of Donald Trump and his tariffs, when it went back up and Donald Trump posted on True Social about it, Marjorie Taylor Greene ended up getting a lot of money in the stock market. She made a lot of money that day. She was one of the people, like Trump said, that made a lot of money. He was bragging that he made a lot of people money. Cenk never asks her about that. So I found that curious. At the very end of it all, her and Cenk kind of laughed. Oh God, it was disgusting. And Cenk was like, well, I'm sure we've said some things about you. And Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, no, I don't think you have. And Cenk was like, well, Damage Report has. And I remember watching Damage Report, because this is back when I did watch the Damage Report. I remember when John realized that Marjorie Taylor Greene watches his shows.
Finally, you once did, speaking of people, us fighting back and forth, which we've done a lot. You once
I don't think I've ever fought with you. Have I ever fought back and forth with you? I don't think so.
No, overall with the network, right? Because you did do a mean tweet about Damage Report. That's John Iadarolla's show, okay?
I think they were trashing me earlier today, so.
I'm not, so you're still watching?
Oh yeah, I watch you guys.
So you got a message for John Iadarolla?
Tell him to be nice to me. He's never even met me.
Okay, that's a tough ask, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. All right. Well, for folks who have disagreed a lot in the past, I'm glad that we agree on a super important issue.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You are being so ruthless to the people to the left of you because they're criticizing you for things that you should be criticized about. And now you are moving to the right and you are having a softball interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, how you have fallen. I will never understand. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to talk to Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever. I'm just saying you should push back. Francesca, she had Ro Khanna on America Unhinged, and they pushed back on him. There's a lot of things with Ro Khanna I disagree with, and so she pushed back, and he always is willing to answer those questions, which I think is great. But she pushed back. She had a hard interview, and that was someone that she ostensibly agrees with. Some of the time, some of the time, and so. It's just wild to me that Cenk is literally talking to Marjorie Taylor Greene and is acting like buddy with her and is barely pushing back. Okay, man. I guess this is it. This is it for you. This is what you want to do. But apparently John responded. I don't know what John responded, but I think John would do better on his own. And that's all I'm going to say. I think John would do better on his own. And I think maybe this should have been a little bit of a wake-up call. That's all I'm going to say. So that was Cenk talking to Marjorie Taylor Greene because Of course. That was the video. Tell me what you think below. Tell me what you think about Cenk talking to Marjorie Taylor Greene below. And please like and subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you could help me get there, that would be so amazing. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.